Hi, my name's Byron Martin here at Logie's Greenhouses, and today we're going to be talking about ginger, and this is the edible ginger, Zingiber officinale. It's a tropical plant, comes from Asia, where it grows as an understory plant. It has a rhizome, that's what gives us the ginger root, and it is deciduous, meaning that it goes through a period when it grows and then a period where all the foliage falls off and it goes back into its root. And this is, in tropical areas, this is much related to the dry season and the wet season. However, here in the north, we actually get a period of dormancy that happens in the wintertime. So critically is temperature in growing these. They do not like it cold, and they grow better obviously in the heat, but they don't also like to have their root systems while they're going dormant put into cold. So a plant like this, which is filled with roots, if we were going to allow it go to its full maturity, we bring it into a greenhouse, or in this case a sunny window in the house, and you allow it to, by reducing the water and sensing the decreasing day length, it'll actually go into its dormancy on its own. In terms of growing them, there are not too many problems. We have a little bit of issues with some foliar diseases that get on them, particularly in the greenhouses during early springtime. It's something that never causes the death of the plant, but it is somewhat cosmetic in terms of the foliage. I can see this plant was outside all summer, so I can see that there's been something chewing on a few of the leaves, but for the most part they're insect-free. They do have some disease issues if you try to grow and winter the rhizomes under cold conditions. So as I mentioned, you need to keep the root system warm above 60 degrees. In terms of pruning, we don't have to do any pruning. They actually prune themselves. And when you're growing the plant for its rhizomes, obviously you want the more foliage, the better. Now these plants were started from young plants like this. This is coming out of tissue culture. And we put 3 of them in this pot, 3 of these 4-inch pots in this 2-gallon plastic container. And that was done in late May, or maybe early June, but I'm pretty sure it was late May that these got potted when the weather got warm outside. So we'd gotten past that cool spring weather. We started to get into some heat, and that's a good time to start growing your gingers outside. And they were fertilized all summer long, pretty much constantly. This was in a constant feed of a soluble fertilizer. You could use organic fertilizers, but you do have to feed them if you want them to grow, otherwise that's going to restrict their growth. At this time of year, they have filled out the pot. You can see the roots have come down here. There's some long feeder roots here. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull one of these sections off to show you the ginger roots. Now, at this time, you could actually harvest this root, and you could use the rhizome. You can see these rhizomes right here of young gingers. And these can be cut off. See if we can knock off some more of that soil. These can be cut off, and you could use these for cooking. So you could simply trim them back and take the roots off, and there you have a piece of ginger that could be cut up and put into your stir fries. They're really, at this time, they're quite young and the skin is very soft, so you really don't have to do much peeling on them. And the flavor is not as intense as if we allow this plant to go into its dormancy, which this plant is actually still growing and will make growth for another month or 2 in the warmth and the sun of a bright window or in the greenhouses here. Thank you for watching today. This is a little bit of information on how to grow our edible ginger. With a little bit of warmth and sun and fertilizer, it's quite easy to produce your own ginger for your culinary work. Thank you for watching. More information at logies.com.